President, we're going to start moving through some of these nominations. My colleague from Alabama has said publicly, hey, bring them up one at a time. And we're asking for a voice vote. So that's a vote. So we're doing what he said. Not sure why he's objecting. Maybe you can explain that in a minute when I bring up a real hero, by the way. And look, what Senator Tuberville said about the policy in Austin and Biden on this abortion policy, I fully agree with him. We should be suing to stop it. I think it's illegal. And he's also right. Everybody uses holds. I certainly use holds. But the key is you put a hold on someone who typically has some kind of control over the issue that you're trying to fix. Some kind of responsibility. One of the things I've been talking to the senator from Alabama on is, all right, let's put a hold on the Undersecretary of Defense for policy. He's the guy. He's a civilian, and he's in charge of this policy dispute. Let's put a hold on him. That's the right guy. And squeeze him. But why are we putting holds on war heroes? I'm going to get to one here in a minute. Again, I don't understand. And look, we can go in and out of readiness, but my colleague from Alabama is 100% wrong. No kidding. The readiness is being impacted when you have, I'll just give a couple examples here. This is just from one theater, UCOM. The deputy chairman of NATO, pretty important job. It's a 3-star billet. It's empty. The deputy commanding general of U.S. Army Europe, really important job. Empty. Like I said, one MEF, that's the big Marine Corps combined force that fights anywhere in the world, 25,000 Marines, commanded by a 3-star, is a 2-star. Now, for those of us who serve in the military, we understand this is a problem. Same with 3MEF, okay? This is just from UCOM, European Command. 72 officers are unable to assume their new positions. These 72 officers include 52 who cannot move because they have been nominated for a position that requires Senate confirmation, as well as 20 other officers who are projected to be assigned to a new position now held by one of the previous 52 officers. It's creating a giant blockage in the way in which the military operates. To say there's no readiness issues, I'm the ranking member of the Readiness Subcommittee on the Armed Services Committee. There is readiness issues, and that's the whole point. We have a really dangerous world, right now. And to say, oh, don't worry, this isn't impacting readiness, with all due respect to my colleague, that's just wrong. It's not even a close call. It's wrong. And it matters to this country. Let me just give you another example. The head of the Naval Nuclear Propulsion Program, the Nuclear Navy, one of the best run organizations on the planet Earth. If you know anything about the military or just organizations, started by Admiral Rickover, to not have the leadership in charge of the nuclear navy, that's a problem. To not have the leadership in charge of missile defense for America, that's a problem. So look, we can debate readiness, but my colleague on this, in my view, is quite respectfully, quite misinformed. Let me, Madam President, I'm going to bring up my first nominee. Now, this goes to the issue of some comments that have come out during this. Well, these 1-star and 2-star generals are kind of desk jockeys, right? These comments have been made. They're not warriors, right? The real warriors are the captains, the sergeants. Look, I love the whole military. But the 1- and 2-star generals, I know a lot of them. It's my peer group in the Marine Corps. I'm a little bit behind them. I'm not going to be promoted. I'm getting out here probably soon. But I know these guys. And the idea that somehow these are desk jockeys, you know who these people were? The 1 and 2 stars that we're holding up right now? 289 of them. These were the captains and lieutenants who were going fighting in Afghanistan and Iraq after 9/11. The current commandant of the Marine Corps, by the way, every American should be praying for him. Big health issues. He's got a Purple Heart, distinguished combat. These are the people who were kicking in doors in Fallujah, shooting terrorists in the face. And we have people saying they're desk jockeys and they're not warriors? That's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And it's insulting. So I'm going to talk about a warrior. Madam President, I'm getting ready to call up Colonel Robert Weiler. He's been nominated to be a 1-star brigadier general, to be the 1st Marine Division Assistant Commander. That's the big division on the West Coast of the United States Marine Corps, infantry. I used to be part of the 1st Marine Division. Proud of that. You need a deputy commander. They don't have one. Okay? Let's talk about Colonel Weiler. 28-year career. Commanded 5th Marine Regiment. I was in that regiment, most decorated regiment in the Marine Corps. 2nd Battalion, 4th Marines, 2nd Battalion, 24th Marines. Deployed to Iraq and Afghanistan, I think, 6 times. Think about what his family went through. Okay? Think about what his family has sacrificed. And right now, people are being told, you're not going anywhere, General, no, Colonel, because we have a dispute on an issue you have nothing to do with that you can't resolve. Okay, let's hear a little bit more about this colonel in the Marine Corps. He received a Silver Star for conspicuous gallantry and intrepidity in action against the enemy while serving as commanding officer, Weapons Company, 2nd Battalion, 4th Marines, 5th Marine Regiment. 6 through 10 April 2004 in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom. Heavily engaged by enemy forces for an over 4-hour firefight while wounded by enemy fire. Okay? Purple Heart. He continued to fearlessly Marines as they destroyed this tenacious enemy. He's no woke guy. He's no desk jockey. Oh, what else did he do? He got a Purple Heart in that vicious combat. He received a Navy and Marine Corps Combination Medal with a Combat Distinguishing Device for heroic action in another deployment. 2nd Battalion, 4th Marines, 1st Marine Division, on 6 September in Ramadi, Iraq, took decisive action by directing fires of his raid force, quickly gaining fire superiority and suppressing and killing the enemy. Though dazed by a major blast, he continued to lead and direct his team in combat, where they killed and captured all 5 insurgents on their target raid list. So we're going to block him tonight. Senator from Alabama last night on TV said he respects all military, especially the heroes. Well, you got one coming. You got one coming, Senator. So, we're going to do what you asked, which is do a vote individually on this American hero.